Every single season is the same fucking story with Barcelona in the Champions League. We must just get a red card, especially in the knockout stages. This is the third consecutive season that Barca have had a player sent off in a crucial Champions League knockout game. Araujo against PSG, Kubasi against Benfica, and tonight Kubasi yet again against Atletico de Madrid. Let's not forget, earlier in the season, Araujo was also sent off against Chelsea. Why does it always have to be this way with Barcelona in the Champions League? Why does it always have to be this way with Barcelona in the Champions League? Why does it always have to be this way, bro? Like, every single time, we always have to get a player sent off. Barca has to be the unluckiest club in the Champions League in recent years, guys. Like, I'm not even capping right now. Barca has to be the unluckiest club in the Champions League in the last few seasons, guys, because tonight against Atletico de Madrid, everything, like absolutely everything, went against us, both from the performance of the referee and then even in terms of luck. We had no single luck going our way in this game. The critical moments of this game, they all went in favor of Atletico de Madrid. In all honesty, I feel like we played well enough to have gotten a positive from this game tonight. But somehow, it seems like there is a curse following Barcelona in the Champions League, because how on earth did this game turn out this way? First of all, just on the verge of halftime, a red card to Kubasi following a foul on Giuliano Simeone. And then it was a brilliant free kick from Alvarez to give Atletico the lead heading into halftime. And in the second half, I have to be honest, not because I'm a Barca fan, but I think the performance that Barca put out in the first 20-25 minutes of the second half has to be the best performance I've seen a team playing with 10 men deliver in football in a very long time, because we didn't look like we were playing with 10 men. We were so dominant. The introduction of Gavi at halftime, it helped our intensity levels in that second half. But unfortunately, we couldn't capitalize on that period of dominance in the game. We had our chances, we missed them, and Atletico, they struck the ultimate knockout blow. The introduction of Charlotte in that period when Barca had Atletico pinned back has to be one of the most tactical master strokes that I've seen from a manager, Simeone, in this situation in a very long time. That was what totally finished off Barcelona. Charlotte is one of those players that he has a good record against Barca. He knows how to score against Barcelona. And unfortunately, Barca will have it all to do in that second leg against Atletico. That is certainly going to be a difficult task for Barca. This game had a huge sense of deja vu, both from the red cards that Barca have become accustomed to in big Champions League games, and also the fact that in the last two times that we have faced Atletico de Madrid in the Champions League, in 2014, 1-1 at the Camp Nou, we lost. That time they were playing at the Vicente Calderon, I think. And then in 2016, the same thing happened. We won 2-1 at the Camp Nou. And then eventually, we lost the second leg 2-0 in Madrid. Yet again, it seems like deja vu, because we just may be eliminated again. The odds are clearly not in Barca's favor heading into that game next week at the Metropolitano. But let me add this. If there's any team that can pull this off, it has to be Barcelona. If there's any team on the planet that is capable of pulling off the unlikeliest of comebacks in this situation, then it has to be Barca. Rashford, he was so wasteful tonight. Like, he was so wasteful tonight. He had so many chances. He could have easily bagged 2 goals in this game, but he lacked that clinical touch in front of goal. Overall, I think the team did a good job, but it wasn't our night. Like, so many things, key moments, key decisions, a lot of things went against Barcelona tonight. But kudos to Lamine Yamal. What a player this kid is. At the age of 18, This kid has carried Barcelona's weight on his shoulders, on his young shoulders, bro. What a performance that Lamine Yamal delivered tonight. Lamine Yamal has no business being on the losing side of this game, but somehow he has ended up on the losing side of this game. Atletico won this game in a way that I clearly cannot understand how. They had their quality moments, of course. The free kick from Alvarez, it was a beauty. The cross from Ruggeri that set up Solot's second goal, it was a pitch of a cross, and the finish from Solot, impressive as well from the Norwegian. But somehow, this game was just a game that, it was like a throw of the dice, and on both occasions, it favored Atletico. All the big moments, everything went in favor of Atletico tonight, and unfortunately this has to be a very, very disappointing result from a Barca perspective. I'm gutted tonight that we have not been able to get anything from this game, and heading into that second leg, it's so unlikely that we are going to be able to mount a comeback. But like I said, if there's any team in Europe capable of pulling it off, it has to be Barcelona. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video. In victory and defeat, as always, Visca El Barça. Adios.